Yo peeps, welcome to this impromptu episode of the Conspiracy Cupboard. So, I've just got to film this. I've got to say this. I've got to say it on here, right? This has just happened, right? Like live in front of me. Okay. So I've just been at the co-op near where I live, and I got a couple of bottles of milk on me, and I'm just milling around. And this lad comes in, young black lad, hood up, long coat on, crappy looking trainers. I don't know what they were. Anyway, starts milling around the shop, and then he just walks up to the meat fridge, which is like, I don't know, 2 foot away from me, and just grabs a shit ton of meat out of the fridge and just goes like this. Fucking opens his top up, slides it in there, right? And then just looks at me, and I'm like, dude, the fuck you doing? And he's like, yeah, fam, I've like got kids and I'm hungry and shit in it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, me too. I have to pay shit, and I'm paying taxes and fucking all this bollocks. And, like, I get it. I get we're in a cost of living crisis, but put the fucking food back. So, long story short, he's like, nah, man. So I'm like, I fucking walk around. He's like, I ain't got anything. I'm like, you've just put it in your, you've got your hand on it. You know what I mean? So, 2 members of staff walk around, and they're sort of with me, like, you know, put it back, whatever, and all this. So he's like, okay. I think only because I was stood there with the intimidating bottles of milk. And he goes back, he puts like 1 item back. I'm like, dude, you've got fucking 3 things on you, put them back. And I was actually starting to feel myself get angry, which is the first time in a while that I've actually got like that kind of thing. And anyway, he sort of goes towards me, so I just put the milk out. I'm like, put them back, like that, and push him back. And I'm like, what the fucking hell going on here? And I could just feel myself getting angrier. So he's like, okay, and he puts 1 more back, right? And he's got 1 still in there, I could see. I'm like, dude, and the cashier's just like, just let him go, it's okay, just let him go. So he walks out the door, and the dude's like, thank you very much. You alright, mate? Are you alright? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you alright? Hey, Ravioli. I'm like, you alright? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, dude, yeah, we end up getting in more trouble if we stop him. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we just have to let him go. But thank you very much for like getting some of the stuff back for us. Thank you. You know what I mean? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that guy's been in here like 8 times this week. And we just have to watch him walk in and take stuff. Said we pressed the button for the police, and the police haven't turned up. I was like, so if there's just 2 female, colleagues on or something, obviously no one can do anything. And I've got a puffy eye. I don't know what it is. So no one can do anything anyway. And the guys, you can't do anything. You want to make a citizen's arrest? Ravs, thanks. Move your ass, cat. Now you can't. If that would have ended up in an altercation, I would have been the one getting arrested. It's mad, isn't it? It's sickening. I mean, I've reported it. I've reported it as a shoplifting event for the co-op, so they can try and trace this back. And if they actually decide to report this, which they should do, and log it, then they've got a log there. Do you know what I mean? And you can clearly see this guy walking in, just taking the fucking stuff, putting it. You know what I mean? It's like, and he's doing it all the time. Now I get we're in a cost of living crisis. I get it, right? But fuck me. Can you not see? This is just... And the fact, right? One of the first things I said when I got home to my daughter, one of my oldest daughters, I was like, oh my God, I've just seen a fucking shoplifter. I tried to stop him like, from taking this, and she was like, you shouldn't have got involved. That was the first thing she said to me. She's 18, 19 nearly. I was like, what? I grew up in Yorkshire, right? Where if you see someone doing something like that, or someone's doing something bad, or someone's getting their head kicked in, you stop, you jump in, you help. You don't help kick their head in, unless it's a nonce or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, you don't. You know what I mean? You don't. We never fought in groups. We always had one-on-one. There was no knives, none of this crap. Do you know what I mean? And if you saw a shoplifter, you fucking stop him. I remember chasing people down the frigging street years ago. Do you know what I mean? And I get you're hungry. I get people are hungry. I get people have no money. I get all this crap. I get it all. I do. And I sympathise with you all. I do. But what does this... I mean, can this country get any more broken than that? And when I went to report it, I couldn't phone 999 because you can get arrested for that. because obviously it was after it happened. Just 1 second. There we go. Right, kick the cat out. There we go. Right, so as I was saying, like, you know, we'd have stopped him years ago, and now everyone's too scared to say anything, too scared to do it. I mean, what if they'd got a knife on him? What is that? To be fair, I'm not that fussed if they'd had a knife on him, you know, whatever. But like I say, I'd have still been the one in the wrong. I could have got stabbed and everything, and they'd have still took me to court. Shouldn't have stopped him. Right, and he'd have probably got compensation, and then it's just... You wonder what's wrong with this country. You wonder. You really wonder. That comment, we shouldn't have done anything. It's not your place. It is. It is our place. It's our community. It's our society. It's our fucking Britain. It's ours. Ours. And the fact we let people just walk over and do stuff and just trample over everything that we hold great, and, you know, that you can't say anything now to anybody or stop a shoplifter. You know what I mean? Or stop someone doing something violent. What? No wonder that everyone doesn't have a sense of, like, you know, hope or morals in this country. Like, yes, right? You watch the channel. I want to legalise drugs. What you call drugs, okay? Cannabis, mushrooms, LSD. They're not bad. They're not bad, right? You can put me down. You can say, oh, he goes on about this stuff and whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I said years ago to somebody, all this woke stuff and all these people saying you can't do it would lead to what we're living in now. And it's right, because it's told everyone that me, as a white English person, is racist, bigoted, homophobic, blah, blah, blah. You could even be gay and you're still homophobic, apparently, if you're white, you know? You're racist instantly. We're put down. And think examples, as I've just given you there. You can't even stop a shoplifter in front of you. You know? And if you do, you're the one in trouble. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? So, anyway, thank you for listening to this little rant. We've got upcoming episodes about the 30-foot TARDIS UFO and all this bollocks that's been going on recently in the UFO field. So look out for those upcoming videos that I will be filming later on tonight, now that I've actually sorted things out. And you'll see a change to the studio pretty soon when I've got the rest of the things built up and everything shifted around. So I'm looking forward to that. So in the next couple of weeks, but that doesn't concern you really, does it? Only thing it means is you're going to get to see all of my really amazingly geeky Star Trek memorabilia and stuff all behind me everywhere. So look forward to that. Anyway, guys, until next time, let's hope we can save this country. And I'm not on about, like, fucking all this, you know, bigoted shit and whatever else and all this crap, right? I'd hope that anyone would stand up with me to want to stop things like that. So, anyway, peace and love, peeps. Peace and love.